so many odd aspects, including an animal tranquilizer gun and on-again, off-again charges. When Barry Morphew was first charged with his wife Suzanne's murder, she was still missing. Well, that is no longer the case, and now Barry Morphew finds himself in handcuffs again, found by police here in Gilbert, Arizona, and we are getting our first look at him here. Take a look at this just in minutes ago. Barry Morphew's official new mugshot, now booked into the Maricopa County Jail. Suzanne Morphew went missing on Mother's Day back in 2020 from her Colorado home. Her husband, Barry, was the prime suspect in her disappearance and eventually charged with her murder. But that case was dismissed in 2022, and a year later in 2023, Suzanne's remains were found about 90 miles from her home. According to the new indictment, the toxicology showed a specific substance combination in her system that's used to tranquilize and sedate deer called BAM. Well, Barry Morphew was a deer farmer. The indictment shows when Suzanne disappeared, the only person with a prescription for this BAM substance living in that entire area of the state was Barry Morphew. But he and his team have denied he was responsible for her death.
It was premature because guess what? We're hearing it now 10 days before trial. No body. There's no evidence. Now the community wrongfully is going to believe that Barry just got away with murder.
That was, of course, before her remains were found. According to the Chaffee County Sheriff's Office, Barry Morphew is now being held here on a $3 million bond. We are now waiting for a press conference out of Colorado to start in about the next hour to explain the new charges and hopefully learn how and why Barry Morphew was here in Gilbert, Arizona, of all places. Interesting.
And so we're learning some details about some possible marital issues and spying. What are we finding out about that?
So what came out after this was that Suzanne Morphew reportedly bought what's considered a spy pen. It was a pen that would record audio conversations and things, and that was reportedly so that she could catch if Barry was having an affair. However, it was also reported that she was also having some sort of affair or conversation with another man. So there were clearly issues, but there was a possible motive here that she wanted out of the marriage. There's also another bizarre aspect. We're talking about that animal tranquilizer gun.
Okay.
Right. So his cell phone, the time of her missing, her disappearance, was tracking all over their home, like all over weird locations, pinging an unusual amount of activity. He told investigators that's because he was chasing a chipmunk with the tranquilizer gun. Correct. But the prosecutors and the investigators believe it was in that moment of the pinging all around that something would have happened to Suzanne, possibly him chasing her with this tranquilizer gun. That becomes a huge part of this whole investigation. Her DNA was on the cap of it, found in their drying machine.
There are so many bizarre details to this, but sometimes when you look into cases as convoluted as this, you're like, weird motive, weird alibi. The first we've ever heard of a chipmunk alibi.
I've never heard of that. Obviously, though, when he was first charged, she wasn't found. And of course, we know it's so hard to prove no body homicides. So this time they have a body, they have the toxicology, the autopsy. It shows she died by homicide. Investigators have quite a bit more, and prosecutors now, in terms of evidence on their side than they did before.
And the Gilbert connection.
We need to know. I don't know if he was, I'm not sure if he was living here. I don't know how or why he was here. So we're hoping we'll clear that up here coming up.
Weird.
We don't know why.
All right, Briana, Whitney, thanks for that big update.